Thank you, Vice Chairman, sir. A time for considering the demand for supplementary grants is a good time to introspect and review. Sir, we started the year with the budget, which gave a huge income tax exemption. Sir, we are coming close to the end of the year. The government reduced the GST. Sir, these two have resulted in a huge consumer demand and growth. And as the RBI Governor, Sanjay Malhotra, said, India is experiencing a rare Goldilocks period. Sir, we are projected to grow at 7% and we are having a low inflation of 2%. Sir, while we have 7% growth, the Finance Minister may need to bestow attention on one important issue, sir, which is this 7% growth is because the inflation is low. So in terms of real growth, we are doing better than last year. But sir, in relation to the nominal growth, which is the growth year on year, we seem to be lacking behind 1 year. So while this is a cause for cheer and a cause to be happy, it's also a cause to be wary and watchful because we do not want the nominal growth to reduce in any manner. Sir, out of 1.32 lakh crore additional expenditure that is sought in this supplementary grant, the net outgo is 41,455 crores. Sir, I want to focus on one ministry which is taking a huge chunk of this 41,455 crores that is additionally to be borne, which is 31,000 out of this money of 31,066 crores, sir, is sought by Department of Fertilizers. Sir, we understand that we are in a very peculiar situation where we are dependent on imports and subsidies in relation to the fertilizer. Sir, but I do not see a long-term plan that India has in relation to reducing the fiscal burden because of our subsidies and import of fertilizer. So what we also see that the agricultural policies where we are providing minimum support price for crops that in the longer run and on a worldwide parameter, the demand is reducing. So there's a reducing demand for cereals in the world. Wheat and rice, sir, demand worldwide is going down. Sir, we have a country like China, which is a neighboring country, which is skewing its agricultural policies to focus on high remunerative crops, and it is reducing its reliance on low remunerative crops. So it is exporting high remunerative crops, it is importing crops which can be imported at a cheaper cost. Sir, we need to focus because we are very vulnerably placed in relation to the fertilizer subsidy and we have to take care of our farmers' interest. Sir, I want the government to have a long-term plan. Sir, some of the measures which have been advocated by Niti Aayog and also various agricultural experts is, sir, to start improving targeting and delivery mechanism. Sir, today the fertilizers are subsidized across the board. Sir, for instance, there are several rich farmers, and I would say, sir, I have a fairly large agricultural holding. If I buy fertilizers in the market, I get the same subsidy that a poor deserving farmer should get. So there has to be a targeted and improved delivery mechanism where, sir, I think it is only the deserving poorer sections of the farmers who must be granted this subsidy by a direct benefit transfer mechanism. Sir, the government can use technology of DBT. It can look at artificial intelligence for the purpose of actually verifying if the subsidy that is that can be claimed, if there is going to be a targeted delivery, is something that the farmer is eligible to in terms of the crops that he is saying he is growing and the subsidy that he is seeking. Sir, another very important issue is linking fertilizer policy and water use efficiency. Sir, we are seeing that with rice being increasingly grown, sir, I come from a state of Andhra Pradesh, I represent the state of Andhra Pradesh, which has been traditionally a rice-growing state. But I have seen, sir, in the neighboring state, again where I live for a large part of my life, in Telangana, we have converted to a rice-growing state from what we were not. Now this means increased water consumption, increased water drawing from the water table, increased fertilizer use, increased percolation of chemicals and fertilizers into the groundwater. So in the longer run, this may work for 20 years. Parties in position and power today can get votes because they are giving minimum support prices and giving these subsidies, but they need to have a 30, 40, 50-year vision where this is going to be destructive of Indian ecology, Indian agricultural crop patterns, and also long-term implications for the economy, sir. So last, rising chemical dependence because of this fertilizer subsidy that is being freely granted. Sir, we need to have a policy. I think all political parties need to move out of this vote bank politics to see what is to be done. There has to be a graded mechanism. I think, sir, we all can agree on certain policy where in the longer run, we will be able to reduce this chemical and fertilizer dependency. We have done this with the pension scheme, sir. We can do it with agriculture and fertilizer import and the subsidy that is actually draining away money that could be used for education and health and for poor people. Thank you, sir.
बहुत धन्यवाद.